beat us back. Yes. Oh no, just open with that. This might get interrupted. Oh no, might have several jump cuts. Whoa, cool. Because my mom's still home, so she might just call up and wonder if who I'm talking to or something. I don't know. But yeah, got music playing in the back. A little loud, but shame my bits. I noticed that last time that they're fucking dirty ass. Not dirty ass, hairy ass. But yeah. I remember at some point I had something to say. Um, I think would have been a nice thing to explore in this video, but I really can't remember. Does that help? No, not with the lamp because I can't be asked to do that. Yeah. So I just, I don't know, just like I just carry on about how I'm just in a depressive state. I've still been applying to jobs and stuff. Still seems to have zero effect on my situation. I just like started leaving people undelivered again, as in like when they send a streak or something, I don't open all of it because, quite frankly, I don't need to, and you don't care. Like, even if you do it, I don't like. Even if you do open them, I'm sorry, I just don't care enough to do it. I don't, because I probably just don't talk to you. I open stats from people I care about. That's it. But yeah, I kind of just feel like nothing right now. Like I have no what's it? Just no motivation to do anything. Like the other day, my mum and my sister were talking about like, oh, you could like do stuff around the house, like clean the garage, do the garden. It's like, obviously, I'm not like really openly depressed or whatever, but it's like I've realised that's a part of me. I'm just stimming with this bat, by the way, or just playing with it. Not everything's got to be stimming or like like autism nomenclature, but yeah, I'm just too depressed to actually feel like doing anything, and I don't know what else I'm supposed to do with that. Um, like because I'm just in a depressive state. I don't know if it's an episode. I don't know if it's just how I am now. But shit's fucked, and I don't know what more I could really do about that. Uh, that's a trailer playing. Wabash. Oh, I love this song. Yeah, okay. It's the song that's playing right now is "Breathing" by Yellowcard. There's a lyric towards the end that talks about um, it's the only love I've ever known. I've pushed it all away, and for some reason, it really resonates with me. Even though like I've kind of not done that in a sense. Like I have. I'm kind of doing that now. It's like where I'd be talking to people, but now I just like I can't be asked to because I don't know. I don't want to bother them. Like one of my friends is on holiday. I don't want to fuck with her holiday. Why you spend time texting me? Go have fun. Uh, and then I just kind of fall out of habit of texting my best mate. But like at least on like Snapchat. But we're back doing that now a bit. But like yeah, just my friends. I've just kind of pushed away a bit, and it's like obviously that's not good. It's not okay. But and the thing is, it's not like I've pushed them away to keep them safe from anything or like me being a bitch or like having an episode at them because I wouldn't do that. And it's purely just out of a I don't like myself, and I don't want to just I don't want to present that to you. Of like if I don't like myself, how are you gonna like me? It's subconscious. And even though I know that's just not how they feel about me, it's how I feel about myself and how I feel about what that situation would be. So obviously, I'm not really gonna do that. Um, yeah, and so I've kind of just pushed that like source of love, if you could say, away. And then obviously I've got my familial love like through my mom, my nanny, and all that, my sister. But I can't like just push. I can't just like open up to them. I think I've previously said, I don't want to be a hassle. I don't want to like. Literally, my mom we were having a little not argument, like a little debate over my medicine or whatever. Like I need to go get more medicine for my scalp and shit. And then she was like, "Oh, I've got a million things like going on my mind." That's like, yeah. And I know my sister's in the same situation, so I can't just throw this on them. What am I going to tell my fucking 82-year-old nanny who can't speak English at all? I can't communicate feelings like that in Punjabi. My Punjabi is mainly just telling people off because I tell her off. Yeah, and like, what am I supposed to do? Because I can't, like, there's no space to open up other than here. And I enjoy that, kind of, because there's like a sense of personal closure to it. But I feel like there should have been some kind of sign of improvement, and I think I placeboed myself into that. And now that I'm not like forcing myself to be happy, and like being a performative act, I don't feel it. I don't feel the happiness anymore. So I don't know what more I can do beyond that. There's also just the fact that I just can't. I don't really go out, so I can't go meet people. Like the mates I would go out with, like the ones with cars and stuff. Well, the one with the car, he's busy like working and stuff. And then like, you know, as in like his work is far as well because he just travels up and down racetracks across the UK. Maybe hopefully across the world. Hopefully makes it big. And I just don't feel the urge to go out really, because what am I gonna do? Here's a song now, "Drag Path" by 21 Pilots, which is a song about. Did I say this last time? I don't think I did. But it's a song about the failures of trying to overcome your mental health struggles, and then trying again, and like trying to help yourself try again. So like with the lyrics, like but the thing is the evidence and the drag path that you leave isn't so like obvious, because you say it, you bring it up, and it's obvious to you, but like dragging your heels through gravel, or like just etching to the surface, like those kind of unnoticeable things. I feel that really heavy right now. Of I'm leaving notes, but only I realize, and it's useless because I'm stuck in the rat race of trying to escape. When I just need someone like to just pick up me, Karen Rat, and get me out of the box. But I just can't find that through any source. And this is like me running up the walls as a rat and trying to escape. And maybe it'll work. Maybe I fall flat on my ass, break my tailbone, break my tail, break my legs or whatever, But that's all I really got. And even if I like want to reach out to people, like just as to be friends or anything, it's like they've like the people I'd actually want to consider speaking to and stuff. They're moved on in life. They're far beyond me, and I have to just deal with that and accept that. And even if they're not, I don't know that. And why would I feel like I force myself into their life, and I just like, why would I do that? That's fucked up. This is their life. I get you meet people and stuff that you don't necessarily want to meet or anything, But like, you can't just like do that. Don't want to just force myself to be a character in someone else's story, like even just like a side character or minor character. And I feel like I had a habit of doing that in secondary, where I just like, oh no, not even just secondary. I just had a habit of doing that where I just like appear or spawn in. That was an inside joke. That I just spawn in places, and like after a certain while, obviously I got close with a lot of people, so obviously it's fine. but like I just felt some kind of contempt to that. But I had nothing else other than like just pull up, and I wasn't like the friend who like the guy who tags along even though nobody fucks with him. It was like, oh, you're like, oh, where do you come from? Where do you come from? Whatever. But like, I'm here for like a couple people. I'm not here for like all of you. Like it reminds me of when like the whole friend group or whatever, um, they went out for lunch to go like they drove somewhere or whatever, and it was just me and my two other mates who we are the closest out of the group. At least our trio is the closest in that group, and they were like, "Oh, sorry, we don't have space in the car." It's like, "Oh, it's fine. We don't want to tag along," and we kind of just left. But it's like that just feels like abandonment, and maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I don't care. It's how I took it, kind of, because I was like, okay, I don't really care, but like the way they framed it was like, oh, we're abandoning you, but it wasn't like oh, I'm sorry for abandoning you. It was like, oh yeah, we're abandoning you. That's how they came off. Um, Good lord, what's with these long trailer adverts? But yeah, that's kind of how it's been for a bit of like people where I could have gone or I could speak to, and I'm like, I'm not trying to force myself to be here and be in your life because I don't like doing that. Um, there's um that I think that was just like brain fart, not brain fart. Well, I'm having one now, but like that was just something I think I was thinking about at some point. Um, yeah, I really feel like that video of the man who had the spool of wire for 40 years or whatever, and he's running to the end, and like, he's just thinking about his life, and his wife hates him. I just put that in the bin. But there is no wife there to care, and I think that's still there of the absence of care. It's because that's kind of how I feel about fucking so stupid. Five Nights at Freddy's. I said this last time. I finished the lore. I'm just looking back at older theories, comparing, see how I can build my own timeline in my head and stuff. But it's like, I'm done. I've completed it. I'm caught up. I'm looking forward. And when I say looking forward, I don't mean like the figurative like looking forward as in like positively. I'm thinking about like as in I'm looking towards the future of the theories and everything. But um, yeah, it's kind of just where I'm at. Is I'm reaching points in my life that seem like they're supposed to be major milestones, like being 18, graduating college. Yeah, I'm gonna get my A level soon. Then uni at some point. Not this year, 2027, and then. But like, it feels like there's no celebration. Even though when I turned 18, we had the celebration. I got the surprise. Got all that, and it's like that was lovely. But like it's not like a sustained like happiness. I don't still have like friends around me. I don't have like um just like a community around me of people I really just like kind of want to be there, and I'm just lonely. And I think that's what's coming to, or like why I'm just so depressed and like I'm just alone. And I don't go out because I don't really have the means to. Because even if I feel like going out, I have to explain to my grandma, I have to explain to my mom, I have to, I get most people do that, but it's like, what am I also gonna do? Because I'm broke. This is like, it's funny. This is the most money I've ever had in my bank account. I've got like 400 quid in my bank account. This is the longest period I've had with that much money, because that's supposed to go towards my driving lessons. Once the block of lessons I've bought now runs out, put another £300 down or whatever. But more money, more problems. Because whilst you're broke, because I've just been very depressed, and that has literally zero bearing on it. But you could think of it like I have the money, but I just can't spend it because I don't go anywhere. I'm just waiting on something that I don't know if it's gonna happen because I haven't been driving and shit. Well, I've got my lesson on Monday tomorrow, but you know, that's just what I've got going on, or the lack thereof of what I've going on. Um, Again, I was trying to feel something like the other day. I think yesterday or the day before, just to like one of my favorite songs, "And So It Goes" by Billy Joel, one of the saddest, most depressing pieces. Um, it's really heartfelt, and I just didn't feel anything. Like I tried to make myself feel something, but I really didn't. And it's really weird how your subconscious works and impacts your mind because the song is playing, feelings. I didn't even like think about the song's name or whatever, but now it just made me think about a feeling. Um, yeah. So yeah, where do I go from here? I don't know. Uh, I just go forward blindly, but I keep like I'm looking down at the floor, and there's just vines wrapping. There's mud like sticking to my feet, and I'm slowing down, and they're pulling me back, and I'm still trying to go forward. I don't know where I'm going. I'm blind. You know, the eyes are shut, eyes are open. I don't see anything. It's pitch black. Um, but you know, I just hope I find something. You know, and then I could be free from this episode and these thoughts, and just I'm never going to be free from these thoughts, but I could be distracted, and that is what I'd love, is to be distracted from wanting to die, not die, but like just not wanting to be here, you know. So yeah, that's really it. See ya.